Rock! RSC Ultimate Stunt Clutch Lever and Perch description and product review, and I'm basically going to be taking this apart, showing you some of the internals of this lever that I use on my supermoto bike. This is a device that is cut out of 6061 billet aluminum. It has a lifetime warranty. I am personally using the regular lever, not the shorty. Some of the tools that I use when I'm doing maintenance on my clutch lever and perch, and also the clutch cable: Allen set, wrench set, cable lubing device, a couple of rags, paper towel, and I use this PB penetrating lubricant right here. Either this or WD-40, same stuff. They both work really good. Contact cleaner and chain lube. This is a ProLink chain lube. I actually use this on my bicycle, but this stuff is really good. It's really light. It's not heavy. To remove the lever, I use this 5mm Allen and this 10mm wrench. Nothing really to it. Let's see here, there it goes. I use a standard lock nut on this. I believe that's a stainless steel bolt right there. You can actually see it's pretty dirty. You can see that black residue on there. This is the lever right here. Let me put these two down. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like after quite a bit of use. Let's see here, I gotta tilt this forward to get the cable out. It's a little tricky. It'd be easier if I had the handguard off, but it's no big deal. There it goes. There's a cable, this OEM cable going in for the Yamaha. This is the perch. This is the lever right here. You can see it's got a little bit of residue on it. The bearings actually look really good. They look really clean. I keep it lubed up pretty good throughout the year. It's a little dirty inside there too in the perch. What I like to do is come over here, get like a rag. What I'm going to do is I'll spray this out with a little contact cleaner. You can see that black residue coming out on the rag there. It's like a real light metal shaving residue in there. It's not really that bad. It's actually really clean. I like to really get those bearings clean. This is the advantage of this setup that I'm using right here. As you can see, the needle bearings, that makes for the really light operation of the clutch lever. And I think the website says something like 50% easier to pull, which is really awesome because a lot of people don't think about this, but you use your clutch lever a lot when you ride your bike. I mean, not constantly, but you know, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. When you're doing wheelies and you're pulling the clutch in, letting it out, pulling clutch in, letting it out. When you're riding off-road, you're slipping your clutch, you're pulling it in, letting it out, and all that stuff. This is something that is that I really like to have on the bikes. I like to clean this bolt right here too. get that residue off the bolt. Okay, so those are pretty clean right there. I'll take a little bit of this chain lube. I'll put just a little drop right here in the bearings. That's about good. You don't want to put like too much in there. Contact cleaner, rag. I like to spray down the perch too because it gets a little dirty in here sometimes too. Yeah, see, we got just a little bit of residue in there. That's cool. That's pretty clean. Alright, so now that the lever is clean and I got the perch pretty much cleaned out pretty nicely, I'd like to go ahead and also, while I'm in here, lubricate this cable. You got to lubricate these cables because if they start drying out, they'll start dragging inside the cable sheathing in here. And once it starts dragging, then you no longer have an easy pull, really. Let me see here. This is being kind of tricky right now. There we go. Yeah, I didn't even really need to back that all the way out, but it's okay. No big deal. Just gonna line up those two markers right there, that little notch. Yeah, see that? Look, I mean all this black shit right here, you can actually see it gummed up in there on that cable. That's why we gotta do maintenance on this stuff. A lot of people don't do maintenance on this part of their bike. I'll spray off some of that residue, whatever I can, on the outside. Alright. Now the proper way to lubricate your cable is to use this little device right here, this little clamp. And one side has a larger opening, one side has a smaller opening. You want to basically slip the larger opening onto your cable here. Slide it down onto your cable and then snug this down evenly. And what it does is this is going to clamp onto your cable the actual sheathing over here. So it clamps down on that, and there's like a rubber grommet in here, and they put a hole right here so you can insert your lubrication tube inside there. That's basically going to send the lubrication into the cable. It's not always the cleanest process, but that's why I have these rags. So what I like to do is, it usually gets pretty messy up here, so I like to put some rags around here. And then what's going to happen is, down here, where the cable comes back out, I'm going to be looking for the lube to be coming out of that area down here. So I usually just stuff a rag down here too, just so it doesn't make a big mess. So now I get my lubrication here. I like to grab usually an extra towel here. I got this little tube on it. What you basically want to do is take your tube here, stick it in this little hole, make sure it's in there pretty tight, and go ahead and start injecting it, the fluid in there like so. There we go. That's it. That was actually pretty quick and simple. Put this back. The way I could tell that the whole cable is lubed is because down here I could actually hear and see the fluid coming out right here where the cable leaves. You can actually see the fluid right there. So that whole entire jacket is injected with lubrication, so it's all set. That's it. Wipe down any excess if there's any over here. You can remove this tool. Let's see, nice shiny clean cable. Make sure we get all this. Sometimes this could be a little bit of a mess, so that's why I recommend having plenty of rags and stuff around for this. Lubrication can kind of get everywhere sometimes on this cable. But now we have a nice, shiny, clean cable. I mean, there's no binding at all in there. It's completely free. So now, I can take this lever right here. Now when I put this back on, you see that notch right there? Actually, let's go ahead and clean this right here. This is the adjuster right here for the clutch play. Yeah, that's dirty, see? Yeah, that's pretty dirty in there. It's a little overkill, but you might as well have everything in there clean if you can. Alright. So, this has a notch on it purposely, so you can line your cable up and drop your cable in there. That makes it pretty easy to do. I just usually start the threads on it. Start a couple threads like that. You want to make sure this ring and the actual adjuster bolt are lined up as far as the notch right here. There's also a notch in the perch. I don't know if you can see this. Let me adjust this here. Okay. So as you can see, that's the notch in the bolt and that washer, and there's also a notch in the actual perch right here. And the reason why they did that is so you can go like this. You can slide your cable in there like that, and then your cable just drops right in. It's in place. It's ready to go. So now you can spin this all the way in. I spin it all the way in, so it gives me plenty of slack on this cable, so it will just drop right into this lever real easy. So I got this cable in here. It's nice and clean. Now the hole that I use on the lever here is the one closest to the pivot, which is this hole right here, not this one. There's two different spots where you could put it. The easiest pull is going to be on the hole that's closer to this pivot right here. It's going to give you more leverage. So the way I do this right here, actually before I go ahead and put this on, I'm going to put a little bit of lubrication on this wing right here too, because that's a spot that gets a little bit of friction. I have to wipe that lube around there on that wing. I'll put a little bit of lube on this cable piece right here, this little end piece. This is going to be sitting inside the lever, so a little bit of lube. Wipe off the excess. Okay, here we go. There it is. Alright, so that's in. You can see the cable's in right there. Now it's got that notch, and you can pivot that around. Pull this back around. Lever's in place. Maybe put a little bit of lube on that, not much, just a hair, and then wipe it off. Put this bolt in here. Start threading that in. That's threaded in there. Now I'm going to put this lock nut on the bottom. Now when I snug this up, I'm not going to go too tight. I'm just going to kind of do it hand tight. If you crank down on this right here, it's gonna pinch the perch, and then it's gonna bind up your lever, and then you'll no longer have an easy pull, which defeats the whole purpose. So I let the lock nut serve its purpose, and get it just snug. Lever is still free, real easy. Just snug just a little bit. That's good. It's not going to come off. And now that's on. And now you can adjust your clutch right here, your clutch adjuster bolt. I'm going to back this out because I had it threaded all the way in to help assist the installation of the lever. So I'm going to back this out to remove some of that play. I think I had about, I was about right about here. Yeah, I always leave maybe about ½ an inch of play. I kind of go by feel while I'm riding and stuff like that. This is an adjuster that I use when I actually ride the bike. I kind of feel it out. That's it, guys. Project done. RSC easy pull. Very easy to pull. One finger. I could pull it in with my pinky finger. That's how easy it is. And final step, a little bit of contact cleaner and a clean paper towel. I like to just spray down the lever and get some of that residual oil off of there, just so it's not all slippery. And that's it. RSC Ultimate Stunt Clutch Lever Perch. General description, disassembly, and maintenance. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. And take care. Bye.